Java, late 19th century. An island brimming with ancient traditions, yet held fast in the grip of Dutch colonial rule. In this world of rigid hierarchy and constrained horizons, a young woman of noble birth dared to ignite a revolution, not with weapons, but with words. Her name, Raden Ajeng Kartini, today an Indonesian national hero, the face of women's emancipation. But her story is far more than just an icon. It's a deeply human struggle against the confines of her time. A story of quiet courage, intellectual fire, and a light shone from the deepest darkness. Born April 21st, 1879, in Mayong, Kartini entered the Priayi world, the Javanese aristocracy navigating the complex currents of Dutch power. Her father, the regent of Jepara, a man of status. Her mother, Ngasira, his first wife, intelligent and respected, but lacking the noble bloodline demanded by tradition. This relegated her, and initially her children, to a secondary status within the intricate family structure. This early exposure to ingrained social injustice, even within her own privileged home, planted a seed of questioning in Kartini's young mind. Why should birth dictate worth? Why were some voices valued and others silenced? But her world wasn't only restriction. It was also filled with intellectual curiosity, shared fervently with her siblings, especially her sisters, Rokmini and Kardina. Together, they formed a powerful trio, later nicknamed the Clover Leaf, dreaming, learning, and quietly resisting the paths laid out for them. At 6, Kartini received a rare opportunity for a Javanese girl, enrollment in a Dutch school. She thrived, absorbing language, ideas, a glimpse of a wider world. But this window slammed shut at 12. Tradition demanded pingit, seclusion, preparing her solely for marriage. Confined within the palace walls, Kartini refused to let her mind be imprisoned. She devoured books sent by her brother and sympathetic Dutch friends, European novels, political journals, and crucially, feminist writings, questioning the very foundations of patriarchy she experienced daily. Seclusion forged her intellect and her resolve. The world outside was denied to her, so she reached out to it through the power of the written word. From 1899, Kartini began a remarkable correspondence, primarily with Dutch friends like Rosa Abendanon and Stella Zihandelaar. These letters weren't mere pleasantries. They were cries from the heart, sharp analyses, and bold visions for the future. I will not remain silent. I will speak. I will write. I will do anything I can. She railed against polygamy, the powerlessness of women trapped in arranged marriages, and the suffocating lack of educational opportunities. She challenged the hypocrisy of the Dutch civilizing mission that kept natives subjugated. These weren't just personal complaints. They were a political and social critique smuggled out through intimate correspondence. Published posthumously as Door Duisternis tot Licht, From Darkness to Light, these letters would stun readers in Europe and become a foundational text for Indonesian nationalism and feminism. Her dreams of studying in Batavia or even the Netherlands were dashed. Duty called. In 1903, an arranged marriage took place with Raden Adipati Joyodiningrat, the regent of Rembang. He was older, progressive for his time, yet already had other wives, a practice Kartini despised. But within this compromise, a victory. Her husband, perhaps understanding her spirit, supported her lifelong ambition to open a school for Javanese girls. In the final year of her life behind the regent's compound in Rembang, Kartini finally established her school. It was small, modest, but it was hers, a tangible piece of her vision, realized. Tragically, Kartini's time as a mother and educator was brutally short. On September 13, 1904, she gave birth to her only son. Just 4 days later, complications arose. Raden Ajeng Kartini died on September 17, 1904. She was only 25 years old. Her physical light was extinguished, but her intellectual fire caught hold. Fueled by the publication of her letters, the Dutch government, under the ethical policy, was pressured to support education for native girls. The Kartini Foundation was established, and Kartini schools, inspired by her model, began to appear across the archipelago. Her words transcended her life, becoming a powerful symbol for Indonesian nationalists fighting for independence and for generations of women seeking their own voice. In 1964, President Sukarno officially declared Kartini a national heroine, and her birthday, April 21st, Kartini Day. It's a day of celebration, remembrance, and reflection on the progress of women in Indonesia. But is Kartini just a historical figure commemorated once a year? Or does her struggle still resonate? While Indonesian women have made enormous strides, challenges remain in education access, political representation, fighting harmful traditional practices, and achieving true equality. Kartini's fundamental questions echo today. How do we dismantle the barriers, visible and invisible, that hold women back? How do we ensure every single girl has the freedom to learn, to dream, and to determine her own destiny? From the darkness of confinement and restrictive tradition, Raden Ajeng Kartini sent out letters of light. They illuminated the injustices of her time and sparked a flame of hope that has been passed down through generations. More than a century has passed since Kartini lit a small flame from behind the walls of seclusion. But her light has not dimmed. It continues to guide us today. In every woman who dares to speak, in every girl who dares to dream, Kartini's spirit lives on. Let us carry her legacy forward, with education, courage, and compassion, not just by remembering her on April 21st, but by building the world she once imagined, just, equal, and free for all.